So there I was, just happily clicking through FM on the Journey save. Welcome back, by the way, episode 149. Making some shortbread as you do, just casually living my best life. And, something happens, and we need to come back early. Like, subscribe, ring the bell. I'm gonna roll the intro. Let me talk you through what's happening. So first things first, since we last met in the City game, we've now got through to the middle of, or the third week of December on the day of the Wolves game, which we might well play today. We'll see how things go. I find it so we will play it today because it's there. Why not? We played Chelsea. We lost 1-0. We played Liverpool. We beat them 1-0. I know I'm as shocked as you are. Lost 3-0 to Arsenal because it's Arsenal. We never beat them. Then we beat Aston Villa 2-0 at home, and Jonas Friedrich has started scoring, which is nice to see. In the Premier Division table, we currently sit in 13th. I want you to take a good look at this table because it's relevant. Because we've had an offer of an interview from Everton. And they've invited us because they think our performance is great and they want to offer us an interview and blah, 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 blah. Good stuff. Now, Everton, I had a little look at, and let's go back to the Premier League table here so you can see it. They're currently in 18th. They are below us. It seems like a sideways move. But then I had a deeper dive into Everton. Their form isn't great. And I think they've just or recently had a tycoon takeover. They have about a year and a half ago, which in itself is exciting. And so I click on this here Finances tab, and they've got a transfer budget of £168 million, and the transfer window starts in 10 days. I've just been given £20 million to try and keep a team up that realistically probably isn't staying up. So I think we're going to do this here interview and see what happens. I've got to deal with some, issues there financially, but they've got a really decent looking side. And from what I can see, obviously, like we've got Mike Klein here. He's their best player. He looks like an absolute beast at 26. I'd be pretty happy to have him on board. They've signed him from Manchester United somehow. He looks like a decent enough player. And they have got this guy here as well, Eric Sanchez, an attacking midfielder who again looks decent. In terms of their tacticals recently, they've been playing with a 4-3-3, which we all know I'm very comfortable messing around with a 4-3-3. A few good players in there as well. Bilal Al-Khanous is in there. Jonathan Panzo's in there, who, of course, we know very well. Victor Gushman's there. Nathan Patterson's still there. And that's my one concern with this Everton squad, is that it's aging quite a bit, in that a lot of 30-year-olds or over 30-year-olds in their squad. But a lot of good young players here. And I wasn't specifically looking to leave, but they've taken an interest. We know Jordan Cooper as well. He was scoring for us last season. This could be maybe he's had a word or two in their ear as well. Because, look at him for last season. He scored 11 goals in 30 for us. And he was playing mostly from the bench. So we're going to do this little interview here. We're going to attend it, see what they say. It might be a thing that happens. Let's see what Yan Xingfeng, the billionaire owner of Everton, says to us. They're excited to talk things. You're able to ease our worries with how you've tend to handle media in the past. I think we'll promise to be better at the media. Why not? Why you found it so hard to control your club's finances? Because we've not had any money. Are you able to ease our worries losing the backing of the players, subsequent airing of data? Yes, because it's one guy gobbing off. Yes, we can maintain a better atmosphere than the previous managers. We don't want to repeat our last manager had to part company earlier than expected. Are you going to be around for a while? It's ironic, really, when you're trying to steal another team's manager. But yeah, let's commit to a long, successful career, because Everton have got bags of cash and a brand new stadium. And we can do something with that to win the Champions League, even if they are currently 18th. Makes you the ideal candidate to save a club unexpectedly struggling against relegation, having been clear of trouble early in the season. Motivating people is one of my strengths. Yeah, I'll work with your director of football, I guess. And a new backroom team, I think I am going to say, I think I've got the best backroom team in the Premier League. Let's just say I'd like a budget, just to be on the safe side. They want us to develop young players, which we're already doing at Blackburn, sign high reputation players, sign young players for the first team, what within the wage budget, which it's not currently doing, so that's fun. They want to spend the original transfer budget of 168 million. I think I can, do you know what? I think I'm happy to do that and grow the club's reputation. We'll do that, that's fine. I think I'm going to say I can reach a mid-table finish. I don't want to risk it. We're thinking of giving you a transfer budget of 168 million. Yeah, I'll do. I think we'll deal with that wage budget. It's about 3, 4, 5 times what we've got now. I think we'll be okay with it. Are you able to... No, I'm good. No requests. Let's leave that in the blender. See how that goes. And we will go from there. Apparently, we are set to take over at Everton, which apparently few people consider us to be the... Are we currently the favourites? Has that made us the favourites? I always look at the wrong screen for this. I've told you, always the wrong screen. First time. Borussia Dortmund's open as well. Oh, that's dirty. We wouldn't get the Dortmund job anyway. We are currently the favourite for the... In fact, let's give it all the non-manager jobs. Are we favourite for anything else? Is there anything else people are saying we could be in for? Just making an informed decision, because we could win the Champions League faster if we went to Bayern, for sure. We are a favourite for that one. Let's go by leading candidate, because it will group us all together. It is the only job we are the favourite for. But as I said, there is in there as well a Borussia Dortmund job. Didier Deschamps up for. I'm not going to get that. Anyway, that's what's happening as we get to Saturday morning. I'll carry on forward. This might be an episode where I chop a bunch of parts together and hope for the best. Wheelston's open. Weird. Won't go back there. But yeah, let's go forward and see if we can make something happen, shall we? So we are coming back for the game against Wolves. We have slightly tweaked the formation just to make it a bit more defensively solid. It has meant Nishimura has had to drop out the team, which is unfortunate. I'm trying to train him as a defensive midfielder so I can use him for this, because he is a wonder kid. He's officially, the media are officially saying now this guy is a wonder kid. I do want to get him into the team. He's a fantastic looking player who does keep him. You can see here his ability is shooting up. He is a fantastic player that I'd be sad to leave behind. I think I left a release clause in his contract, though. So there is that. Should we go to Everton, we could take him with us. But the team state is going to be Sorrell, Rawlins, or Joan and Matson. Juncker and Nagakura are going to be our holding midfielders. Nagakura might not be coming with us because I can't say his name. Gould, George, Lowry, a 5-8 on the bench is going to be Hine, Costello, Lynch, Manolo, Nishimura, Farkas, Saber, Pep, and Clausen. So, without any further ado, let's get into the game and let's go and take charge of what could be our last game in charge of Blackburn Rovers. It's an interesting thing, really, because Stefan Bajatic was playing for them. We've managed him before too. It's an interesting situation. Like I said, I wasn't looking to leave, but I did say if a good offer came, I'd take it. Never in a million years did I think Everton would be the offer that I'd be considering. I was looking more top end of the table. I was looking at a Villa. I was looking at a Brighton, a Brentford, a West Ham. I wasn't really looking at Everton, so we'll see how this goes. We are, of course, playing away at Wolves, which we've not been great away. We've not been great anywhere all season. We have been starting to turn our home form around. We haven't yet started turning our away form around, but Wolves are not having a great season either. So anything could happen in this game. It could be a goodbye episode. It could be we get rejected after this, and I come back and I go, Everton, they've appointed Jose Mourinho, or Pep, or someone else that can only win when they've got lots of money to spend. But, I never, you guys have been watching the channel for a while, I never get offered a job where there's lots of money to spend. If I ever have a 9-figure transfer budget to spend, it's because I've ground it out to make it myself as we head the ball away there, or we've given away a penalty, brilliant. But yeah, I've never had a 9-figure transfer budget offered to me at coming to a new club. For those of you doing the useless ambulance wash, by the way, another one there, bricked in, beautiful, that's going to get to hospital. We are going to get a penalty against us. Who is going to take this one? We'll focus on the penalty before I talk more. Matheus Cunha taking it, and Sorrell has fallen over. He's not even dived. So we're a goal behind, which isn't helping our case for the Everton job. It's got to be said. But yeah, I've never, ever, ever been offered a 9-figure transfer budget in my life on Football Manager, which is a large part of the attraction of it. The fact they're not doing too badly, when we look at the table, they are, as things stand, they're currently out of the bottom 3, which should be even better. But I think a good transfer window, I can rebuild that team entirely in my image with top quality players, including there's probably 4 I'd take from Blackburn. It feels cruel, though, to send them down by effectively taking the best players as Sorrell gets his fingertips to it. But that could be a chance for us to do an unexpected Champions League win. So that's kind of what I'm thinking. Well, we'll focus on the game a little bit. We've got to kind of keep it in mind. This might be our last time here as João Gomez goes to Wrench to Neto. It's like the second or third João Gomez we've played against so far this season. I hope he's not just bouncing around clubs to spite us. It's an interesting situation. I'm sorry, I was just looking to see where Everton are currently drawing with Coventry. So it's Leeds that are losing to put them in that top spot. Fulham are very much in the conversation as well, but they have got to play Liverpool. It's interesting. If I say Leeds are losing, Leeds must have lost the early game today because they're not currently playing. But yeah, first half isn't going terribly well for us. We'll demand more from the guys. I am looking at Eugene Gould and I am thinking, is he a guy that I sign away immediately if we go to Everton? Is he a guy I leave at Blackburn till the end of the season to develop? Because he's not playing well. But is he not playing well because he's not ready for this level yet? Or is he not playing well because... Why are we having a chat here? What's going on? What, Lowry? Why are you stood here? Why aren't you defending? Why are you just having a chat with your mate? What was that about? I'm so confused. Yeah, I don't know whether to leave Ghoul here or to take him with and develop him. We've been unlucky. No, that's not going to happen. We are the underdogs. It's going to be a real battle to come back, but do it. Let's grab all these people for individual yellings at, because that's going to be important. It's important. We are, in theory, only losing because we gave away that penalty. As frustrating as the penalty is to give away, we aren't getting killed. We are just suffering through one bad decision really has hurt us. It is very much conceivable we can get back into this game. We've beaten Liverpool, so beating Wolves shouldn't be out of the question. But yeah, in terms of players to take with us, I think it would be Nishimura, it would be Ghoul. I don't think there's anyone else here I want massively, but we'll reassess a little bit as time progresses. I'm going to make some changes, so let's do that, because Ghoul is once again having an absolute mare. We're going to take off both our wingers, in fact. We'll take off Jack Jones, sticking Kieran Lynch, who won't be coming with me, despite the fact I would like to take him with me from a footballing standpoint. He's also a moaning little bitch, so he won't be coming with me. That's going to be our changes. You've just watched me make them. Sorry, talk through. I've just realised I've done the psycho thing of leaving the game running in the background. Goal cuts it back for Mario Jorge, and that doesn't change anything. I was thinking, will that change my subs? No, because I was taking off those guys because they weren't playing well, and scoring doesn't really affect the fact they weren't playing well. It's just they did one thing well. I need players on the pitch who are going to be doing better. We can see here Rawlins picks up the ball. Gould cuts back for Jorge, and that's in the net. Nice and easy. I think it's his first goal for the club, off the top of my head. Yeah, we're doing okay. We're doing that. We've got a goal. I think that's going to give Eugene Gould an unnecessarily high rating. 6.0. It was our 6.3 when I took him off, remember? So we're not going to necessarily suggest he's at his best. Manolo with a throw-in now to Pep. Back to Manolo. Inside the box for Pep. Pep cuts inside, looking for a shot on his right foot. Heddle puts it wide. We've got a corner, so we don't need to panic just yet. Who is taking this? It's going to be Rankin Costello to take the corner. Can he find a teammate's head? He's looking for Fiefrick, who's there. And, well, he wasn't there, I suppose, because it got caught by Heddle. But we've got ourselves back in the game. We'll encourage the boys. And we will, just settle in, and hopefully, I say settle in, we had another highlight. Rankin Costello gives it away to Juncker, who gets brought down. He's injured. Shell Gomez is sent off. Please don't be fully broken, Juncker. Just get up. You'll be fine. Spray it down with the old magic spray and get on with yourself. We can go attacking now because we have the man. In fact, we have the man advantage to the point where I am going to switch back to the other. Is that the? Yeah, we're going to switch back to the other attacking formation. Make some changes to make that work because I've got two centre halves who can't play in midfield but can play holding midfield in midfield, if that makes sense. We will just do a little swappy do. That'll be fine, although I have just put two tired players. It'll be fine. So, I'm not as confident as I sound, I promise you. Just see if we can press this advantage, push everything up the field a bit, steal a winning goal. That'd be a great way to say goodbye to the Blackburn fans. We'll encourage the boys as well. Can we steal a late winner? Hopefully get 5-flick on the score sheet. That we're time wasting for some reason. Like, guys, we've got our best chance to get points on the board. We're a relegation battle. You've not been instructed to time waste. Stop time wasting. That would be the ideal here. And, well, 5 minutes to go. I'm not convinced that this is going to end as well as we think it will, or as well as it should do. So, you know, we've done okay. We've salvaged the draw. We've got a late highlight, literally a late highlight. 5-flick into the box. Juncker across. Mike Juncker has just scored a winner in the 97th minute, and they were only supposed to be 95. We're checking for offside. If we get away with this, we have got away with this. We have stolen that one at the death. And, you know, there is part of me thinking, like, from moments like that, I've got to stay at Blackburn. But realistically, these moments are not going to be a regular occurrence at Blackburn. They're not. Even if I keep them up, I'm 2, 3, possibly 4 seasons from building a Champions League side here, where I could realistically build one in 2 windows at Everton. It's the little things. You know, I am aware that by the time you're watching, I'm recording in advance, by the way, because I'm in the process of moving house in real life. As you've been watching these last few episodes, it's all batch recorded. But I am aware that FM26, if it's coming out, is on the horizon-ish. There's a couple of months away. So if we're going to win the Champions League before that comes out, we've got to kick on a bit. Everton's a really good place to be doing it. We would have to go back to our old club on the 1st of January anyway. Any sign of an offer there? Nothing yet. Let's come back. So, no news on the Everton job yet, but the plot is thickening. Word has got around that we might consider leaving because Leeds have also offered us an interview. Now, the Leeds job, they are currently, if we look at the Premier League table, they are now in 18th. Everton have moved up. But if we look at Leeds as a prospect, their best player is still Archie Gray, because he will perpetually be the best player at Leeds for the rest of time in this save, I suspect. And of course, we know how good he can be. Although he hasn't got England caps yet, which is a concern, because usually at this stage in a save he does, and that tells me he's not developing. Captain's this guy, Jamaldine Coronado, an Argentine. He looks okay, but nothing special. They did finish in 10th in the Premier League last year. They've also got Rasmus Christensen, who is very much a versatile player, but in decline, and he's listed. All their players seem to be listed, which is probably something to do with the fact they've got minus 105 million in the bank. No money to spend, and very little wiggle room in the wage budget. Tells me they're not terribly well backed by the board, or that something's gone awfully wrong. They've not had a takeover. The owner's not going anywhere. As much as I'd love to take on Leeds and take them to a first ever Premier League title, I know they've won the old First Division. That would be a great challenge, but I think I'd be in a worse position with them than I would be staying at Blackburn, is my initial reaction. Looking at their squad, they've got a few players who are wanted, including Lewis Cam, which is ridiculous. In fact, I've got money to spend at Blackburn. Just in case we stay, let's they've just given me 20 million to spend in the window. Let's spend it on Lewis Cam because he was fantastic for us. So let's do that. And then let's move on with our lives. I'm going to decline the interview because I don't think that's a forward move. I think if we get Lewis Cam for Blackburn, though, they might just stay up, which is an advantage for my peace of mind, really. I'd like to have Blackburn stay up. Lewis Cam is good enough to keep them up. That's sort of the thinking. I'm going to have to go away and play Brentford in a second. I'm not going to make that a match in the episode, I don't think, just because that's overkill, I think, for an episode. I know this episode is going to be long already, but we don't really want to do an hour-long episode. You think Everton would have got back to me by now because they do. If they want me to get in there and fix things, I do need as many games as possible to do it, and I am about to have to play them. So we've not got the Everton job. Okay, they've chosen Paul Gallagher, which is a really odd choice because he's just been sacked by Wolves. He literally just got sacked by Wolves after a string of bad results a month ago, and you've hired him for your club who have had a string of bad results. All right. So, we're not leaving Blackburn. We are going to keep on rebuilding. That's the story there. And, yeah, if anything changes, I will come back and add it on to the end of this episode. For now, though, thanks for watching. I've been Chasing Lamely. Do like, subscribe, ring the bell, all that good stuff. I'll see you all very soon. Till next time, have a good one.